You guys did the work, so congratulations. Thank you, guys. I want to talk about the trip this year. And for those of you that don't know where this came from, about 3 years ago, we started doing the Salesman of the Year, because I want to recognize the top salesman. And last year I decided that I wanted to go ahead and send them on a trip. And I thought, well, I can't just do it for the top salesman. I want to do this for some other employees. And so that's what we decided to do. And the trip is really not to identify, the perfect employee, because that person doesn't exist. What we have is a bunch of good employees. And everybody does a good job, and I appreciate that. But there's not a person that I have here that I would rather trade for somebody else at another company. But sometimes, because I'm human, I don't get to, or I don't recognize people when they do a good job. It's like if a salesman sells a big deal, I don't really pat him on the back that much, because I hired him, I trained him, put him in the environment where he could do well, and he's got a brain, so I expect him to sell that deal. Same thing with the crew chief. If we got a job, it's a big job. We hired him, we trained him, and we sent him out there, and I expect him to do a good job. So I don't do a lot of back patting. And so what the trip is really kind of a back patting thing. So what we started to do was just to do the Salesman of the Year, and then some other folks. And what I want to do about this trip is, I don't want anybody to think if they don't go on the trip that I don't appreciate what they've done. I do, but this is just something extra. So I just want you guys, if you go on the trip, congratulations. If you don't go on the trip, hopefully you'll be happy for the people that do. First off, the Salesman of the Year, for those of you guys that don't know, we rank our salesmen every month on closing percentage and also on number of peers that they sell. And the Salesman of the Year basically is the guy with the highest ranking at the end of the year for both of those categories. And this year, it was, as last year, it went down to the wire. But once again, Jeff Ellison is Salesman of the Year.
Yeah. Wave, sweetheart.
Congratulations, Jeff. Also, I want to announce the winners of the trip. This first person has been with us for quite a while, and has actually had a couple of different roles with the company. And I don't get to interact with everybody every day, but this person seems to do their job well and has a smile on their face. And unfortunately, or fortunately for them, kind of works in the shadow of a very strong personality. But all I know is they do a good job. And so I'd like to, so the first person to win the trip this year is Shane Burkett. Congratulations,
Marketing
Shane.
guy. He does what Keita does.
No, we don't want Shane.
Let's go right now.
The next one, been with me a long time, and obviously does a good job. And if we had, 8 or 10 of these, this person, we would have probably a bigger group tonight than we have here today. Unfortunately, we'd have to have a bigger phone system too, because he tends to make the most phone calls every day to the company, and that's Brandon Hope. And the last person, been with us a long time, has worn many hats. Unfortunately, I have to deal every day with they try to manipulate me because they know I'm approaching 50 in a couple of weeks, and so I tend to forget things occasionally. And they'll say things like, "Well, don't you remember you said that we were going to get an extra 2 weeks vacation this year?" And they think they can pull it over, but anyway, when they're not doing that, they're running the company, and that's Heidi Morrison. So congratulations to all you guys. The trip this year is to we're going to the Radio Palace in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And it's going to be March 3rd through March 8th. So you need to have a passport. If you don't have a passport, let me know. You need to be able to get off work. And let me know next week if those dates work for you. That's when we're going to go. Congratulations, everybody. Have a good time, and thanks again.